In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Well, hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk about Genesis 1:1. And this, of course, is where the Bible tells us that God created the heavens and the earth. But did you ever wonder, well, how exactly did God create the heavens and the earth? Well, Psalms 33:9 tells us that he spoke it into existence. It says, he spoke and the world came into being. And in Proverbs 18:21, we're told that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So we have the ability to speak things into existence as well. In fact, we can speak life or we can speak death. Now, when you remember that Genesis also tells us that God created man in his own image. He created us to be in his own image. We are image bearers of God. And since he gave us this ability to speak life or to speak death, we have the power. We have tremendous power. We have the power to create life. We have the power to create destruction. And it all begins with our words. And of course, our words begin with our thoughts, and our thoughts come from our heart, from our imagination. So are we imagining evil? Are we feeling bitterness, or are we feeling joy? See, these are all tied to the greater message of the Bible, which is that we are in control. We decide. We have the will. God gave us free will to decide who we would choose. Who will we serve? Will we serve God, or will we serve the enemy? So it all begins with what you choose to do. And if you are choosing to serve God, then you have to start thinking thoughts of joy. The Apostle Paul tells us that whatever is good, whatever is lovely, whatever is pure, to think on these things. If we focus our mind on the Lord, if we focus our mind on the Word, if we're constantly grounded in the Word, if we're constantly sheltering under the shadow of the Almighty's wing, then we are going to be feeling joy. We are going to be experiencing the peace that comes from knowing God, and we are going to be speaking life. We're going to speak life into our family. We're going to speak life into our marriage. We're going to speak life into our children. We're going to speak life into our finances. We're going to speak life into our bodies and into our health. We're going to speak life into the people around us. Likewise, Romans 8:28 says that all things work for good to those that love God and are called according to his purpose. Now, as image bearers of God, this also applies to us. We are given the ability to work all things for good because we love God and we're called according to his purpose. And in fact, our purpose is to become like Jesus. And what did Jesus do? He went around blessing people. He went around healing people. He went around speaking life into people. And that is what we're called to do. We are called to forgive. We are called to lift up. We're called to edify. We're called to bless. We're called to speak life. We're called to work all things for good. And if you've ever been in a relationship that's gone through a rocky period, if you've ever been in a marriage or a friendship or any kind of relationship that's gone through trials, the trials either destroy the relationship or they make the relationship stronger. So a strand of 3 cords is something that can't be broken, right? A strand of 3 cords. That's what the Bible tells us. Well, that third strand is Jesus. And if we choose to anchor our ship to Jesus, if we choose to follow in his ways, if we choose to forgive, if we choose to love, if we choose to make that the central pillar, the central cord of our relationships, then those relationships are going to be unbreakable. They're going to be strong. They're going to be beautiful. So if you want a beautiful relationship with your spouse, you need to put Jesus at the center of it. If you want a beautiful relationship with your children, you need to put Jesus at the center of it. If you want a successful relationship with your boss or with your coworkers or with your employees or with whoever it is, your family members, your friends, your neighbors, your community, your church members, you need to put Jesus at the center of every single one of those relationships. And they will start to thrive, and they will blossom, and they will be amazing. So that's the good word for today. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.
Love is its own reward. Love is its own reward. get back everything